It's iconic. It's the intellectual heart of UC San Diego. The library is the foundation for the university's success. It's the fuel that powers intellectual growth and facilitates teaching and learning. The UC San Diego Library provides vital information resources needed to advance discoveries, breakthroughs, and the positive impact for which UC San Diego has become known worldwide. At a university known as a research powerhouse, great research begins here at the library.
Our library is one of the top libraries in the state and in the country. Libraries are the repository of information that has been discovered and created in the past. And as we try to discover more knowledge and create more technology and more creative pieces of art and literature, it's important to go back in history and see what other people have done and to build on that. And that's why it plays a very significant role in the life of a great research institution.
The UC San Diego Library is ranked amongst the top 25 public research libraries in the country. We have more than 2 million people a year who come in and out of the library. We circulate almost 1 million items a year. But far more importantly, we have almost 40 million hits a year on our public website. And the reason for that is that we've invested so significantly in digital innovation in this library. We're well ahead of the technology curve and are looked to as leaders in digital innovation in the information space.
I view the library as the heart of the campus of UCSD. I mean, it really is what drives all of the different areas.
We have scholars from all over the world come and visit. And as an anthropologist, this is an essential resource.
The community comes to UC San Diego Library to do research very much like the graduate students and the faculty do. This is a high-tech community, and the library resources are key to being able to carry out the missions of many of the high-tech companies.
Supporting the library requires more than just state money, and therefore it's really important for private donors to step up and support the libraries.
Our most significant gift by far is the gift from Audrey Geisel that created the Geisel Endowment. That fund allowed the library to hire staff, including librarians who work directly with students in instruction and outreach.
Let me take you back. I put Ted in the car one day, and I didn't tell him anything, and I just said, I want to show you something, because already I was enamored of the building. So, drove him up, got him out of the car. I said, look at that building. And he got out and he looked at it and he humphed a few times and he said, you know, if I had ever strayed into architecture, he said, I probably would have done something that looked somewhat like this. And with that, maybe it was just a tad premature, but at that moment, that was the Geisel Library.
The library acts as a meeting place for members of the faculty, students, and staff, and also for the community. It is a quiet place where people can come and focus.
It provides a place for students to be able to discover themselves. When I was an undergraduate, I didn't know what I was going to do. And I just found myself spending tons of time in the library and reading these books that convinced me that I needed to go to Papua New Guinea and I needed to experience what these ethnographers had been experiencing.
I think back to my time in college and how much I went to the library to study and hang out It was a place of information, but also a very social, interactive place.
We all joke about our experiences as kids in stacks. It is so different. It's connections to information that's online. It's having librarians that can sift through a lot of information and get you to the right place.
The library provides the opportunities for students to be able to have access to materials that are not available elsewhere. I believe libraries are the great equalizer when it comes to education.
Private support is more essential to the library today than ever in the past. Over the last 5 years, the library has seen its state support drop by approximately 20%, which has made the raising of funds in the community that much more important.
It's really important to be a donor to the library because the library doesn't have an alumni section. It doesn't have a built-in donor group. So we that are involved with the library really would like people to focus on how it adds to whether it's their child's life as a potential or existing student, or how it might impact the community.
I chose to endow a collection because I wanted to make sure that the library had adequate material in an area that was of interest to me. I know that students are able to come to the library and find enough information on the management of software development projects because I endowed such a collection.
I think there's a perception that any of the schools that are part of the UC system, they get access to state funding, they get access to government funding, they don't need our private support. That could not be farther from the truth. It's incumbent upon those of us in the community to continue to contribute, both in time and dollars, to make sure we keep that blood flowing within the heart.
Please join us in sustaining these valuable resources that drive learning, innovation, and progress, qualities that are a tradition here at UC San Diego.